Hey there guys, welcome back, Ricky here. Alright, so today we have a sharpening video, and it's not just any sharpening video. So one of my viewers, I don't know if he is a subscriber or not, but he basically just said, hey, your sharpening videos are fine and all, but your sharpening skills really suck, and that if you really want to prove how good your sharpening skills are, you need to be able to cut paper that's folded in half freestanding. So I've seen a couple of videos of people doing that, which looks very impressive. I mean, it's like very intimidating. I don't know if my knives are actually that good. I've never tried it. Let's call him Daniel P. So Daniel P named a bunch of stones, like 5 or 6 stones that he goes through from 1,000 all the way up to 30,000 grit. And they're all sharpened glass stone, but I don't want to use that many stones. So I'm going to take 2 stones, a Suihiro Debato 1000 and a Suihiro Debato Gokumyo 10,000. Mainly because for a kitchen knife, I don't believe that going over 10 or 12,000 grit will do much anyways. So I'm going to stick with my guns and stick a 10,000 grit at the polishing level, and then do a quick strop on my leather strop. And if I can't get that test completed, then I failed the test, which is fine. So let's get to work. Today I had to run the knife on the brick for the very first time in like 6 months.
My goodness.
And so I ran the brick 20 times. Or I ran the knife on the brick 20 times, and it was quite dull afterwards. As you can see, it wouldn't cut any paper at all. So after that, I simply took the 2 stones that I needed to use, which was the Suihiro Debato 1000, which is a splash and go, and the Debato Gokumyo 10,000. And then afterwards, I simply did a really quick strop session. This is rated at 9,000 grit. This is a Herald's Red. So it is lower than the Gokumyo 10,000, but to me, it really wasn't a big deal because I simply wanted to have the strop kind of pull off any excess microburrs that are left on the edge, and that's what the leather and the compound is for. In terms of stropping, all I did was do about 15 or 20 strokes on each side, back and forth, single strops, and that was it. So now we can get to the cut test, and so I'm gonna move these items aside. Okay, so this is the paper, and I was told that I needed to cut paper straight down. So, so let's try this thing out. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So let's see here. I got one side up. Let's go. Let's try this again. Ah! Ugh. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's try this again. Let's do 2 cuts this time. Okay, so I have one side over here, and this is the same paper now. Oh. Ah! Ah! Okay, maybe flip the paper around. Ah, well, the paper is already folded on itself. Okay, that's one. I was able to cut it horizontally when the paper was has a wider leg. So now that it's standing up taller, it might be a little bit harder. Let's see how we do. Ooh. Okay. Hey. Not to make fun of this test, but I was told this was the ultimate test by not just one viewer, but by lots of viewers. It doesn't seem that hard of a test. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah, stand up straight. Stay up, stay up. Okay, here we go. Ah. Okay, so is that it? Is that the test? Is that supposed to prove that I've got a really sharp knife? Let's try something a little bit harder. I'm going to try some magazine paper. Magazine paper is much weaker than printing standard paper or letter paper or legal paper, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Ooh. That worked. Let's do 2 folds on this side, on the sides, and let's see if I can get 2 more cuts in this paper. Ah, got one, but the paper, this paper is really hard to just like stand on its own, but I think I can get a base to stand here. Okay. Aha! Okay. Is that it? I mean, I don't know where to go from here. Let's try something, maybe something a little bit more difficult. Let's see here. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to fold the paper, and I'm going to try to cut it with it freestanding. Cut it in half. Let's see if I can do this. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Ooh. There is the bottom half. There's the top half. Oh, that worked. Let's try this again. Oh, we're too close to the stones here. Oh. Okay, so no edits in the video. Don't say that I cheated here. Here is one piece of it, and here's the other piece with the pink writing right there. Is that it? Is that upside down? I can't tell. Oh, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this is the other piece, and here's a top. Well, I mean, I don't know what's so hard about this test or what's so impressive about it. You're just cutting paper. So I hope you guys understand that these videos that you guys see, these cutting test videos on my channel and any other YouTube channel, they're really done for entertainment purposes. But sharpness is only one criteria when it comes to the overall knife usage. You know, a knife is made to cook, and so if you can't cook, who cares if you have a sharp knife or not? So I'm not that great of a cook. So for me, I overcompensate by having really sharp knives. So I can say that because I am in that category. I did not have to go up to a 30,000 grit stone to get the sharpness that this other viewer got at 30,000 grit. And it really comes down to technique. Okay, guys, I'm not the best sharpener out there. I will be the first to admit. I simply am able to hold a very steady hand on the stone and on the strop. Let me ask you guys, I've gotten dozens of people that told me that this was the ultimate test for a knife. Like, is it the ultimate test to have paper freestanding on its own and being cut at a push cut? I mean, that's what I did. It took no effort with just these two stones and the strop. Am I crazy for saying that this was not a very impressive test? I mean, I don't think this is very impressive. Maybe I should start a segment called Sharpening Mythbusters because this was supposed to be a very impressive test, but to me, it doesn't feel very impressive. So I will say that this is a myth and it's been busted. Just because you can push cut on paper freestanding, whether it's legal paper or magazine paper, it doesn't mean anything, in my personal, humble opinion.